You already know the vibe. You already know the vibe. Oota, Oota, Oota. This is Oota Blokk Sports, and you are now in the zone with my co-host, Lucky Lefty. It's your boy Oota, and we are here talking Clippers, Mavs right now. We will be doing a little back and forth about the Brooklyn Nets slaughter that happened earlier as well today. You already know what's the deal, Lucky. What's the vibe? What's the vibe? What it's looking like?
Not much, man. Feeling good, man. Brooklyn took care of business. It got kind of chippy at the end. Fans throwing, once again, a fan altercation. Fans being unruly, disrespectful. One of the patrons got arrested for throwing a bottle at Kyrie. They got to put a stop to this. I know everybody's excited about having basketball. Fans are there, but fans is unruly. Like, they need to calm down. But as far as this Mavs and Clippers series go, the Clippers are taking all the momentum. They're slapping them right now. Paul George with a step back. Everyone's feeling good on the Clippers side, and Dallas is just looking like basically it's over right now. They body language is looking crazy right now.
It's crazy,
bro. It's 77-51 in the third quarter with 4 minutes left. So Kawhi Leonard's at the line.
Mm-hmm.
About to shoot 2. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, though, but going into this game, how did you think that Dallas would have done coming off the last game? What did you think? Did you think that the game would be going a little different? What do you think about that?
Well, they had to make an adjustment. The pick and roll with Porzingis and Zubac guarding Porzingis, the pick and roll that let Dantas get open and have that 1-on-5 was a mismatch. So I think what changed the series was when Tyronn Lue went to small ball and took away the ability to have that switch off. So now he inserted Toon, which is like a stretch four in this type of league, and also had the Morris play. So now everything. They got 2 of the elite wing defenders added on with Morris that play D, added with Batum play D. So now they're wearing Luka down. And it doesn't help that Luka is having an injury right now.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Now all the perimeter shoes are cold now. At one point they were hot. Bogdanovich, this dude is like 7'10", so they're just trying to change the dynamic of what's going on and trying to get some type of energy on their side of the court. But it's looking dim right now. Five's in his bag, probing any shot he wants. It's getting ugly right now.
Yeah,
these Clippers is acting up.
It's crazy, man. Especially when Kawhi is in those kinds of zones. You already know it's going to be a long night, man. It's going to be a long series, actually. But it's going to be a short series. It's not going to be that long.
In his bag, probing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I can't see where Dallas wins another game in this series, being that the adjustments already happened. There's nothing that Dallas can do to counter that lineup. It's sort of like when Golden State went to the death lineup and they went small ball. That was one of their winning units as a team, and I think this is one of their winning units as a team. And it's going to be very difficult for Dallas to combat that lineup. They don't have nothing for that lineup. You're stretching everybody out, and there's a space on the court.
I agree with that totally. Bro. So what are you going to do?
And well, what Dallas can do is get the ball out of Luka's hand. You got to kind of use him like a decoy, preserve his energy, and they have to kind of work inside out right now because they got a big lineup. So they need to dump it down, slow the game down, because you don't want to get into a track meet with these fast, agile wing defenders. You need to kind of like slow it down, pound the ball inside, get them in foul trouble. Luka with a step back, or they ain't got no legs right now. So they kind of wearing Luka down because you understand Luka's a hybrid. He's not naturally a point guard. It's more like a tweener. So you kind of want to get the ball out of hands.
Explain what a tweener is to the people. Explain the tweener to them, please.
Well, the tweener is he can range from a small forward, shooting guard to point guard. So he's like a hybrid. He can do all 3 positions. So he really doesn't have a defined position like use a point guard or use a small forward or shooting guard. It depends on the lineup where Luka can transition to different positions, depending on who's the personnel on the court. Okay. So with that being said, they got to kind of disguise him and pick these spots where they want him to be so ball dominant. As you can see when you're looking right now, the boy back his ears is red. He's tired. He's tired right now. You got Paul George taking a turn on him. Then you got Kawhi taking a turn on him. Then you got Batum taking a turn on him. You got fresh bodies going at him. No one's endurance is strong enough to get through that. Nobody. So they got to kind of like get him off the ball, make him more of a spot up shooter, get some guards in there. Now they got Brunson in. He's a ball handler. Let him handle the rock for now, and let Luka lay off the ball.
That makes sense.
And these others got to step up.
Mm-hmm. They got to step up too, man.
They got to step up right now because it's getting crucial. It's like if Luka's not creating a shot or anything, it's no offense, and that's not good. Okay, Richardson, let's see what you got. There you go. Get to the hole.
Get to the hole.
You're an NBA player too.
Get to the hole. That's never goes wrong. But Paul George, what's up with Paul George? I've been seeing a little spark out of George. It looked like he got a different intensity coming into this, especially like from coming off the last game. Because it depends on he says he's playoff P, but actually in the playoffs he has been coming up really, really small in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
He's been PG 13%.
Yeah, 13%.
Or pandemic P.
Pandemic P or lowercase playoff lowercase P.
Yeah, but he got his bounce back. You can tell the way he's dribbling the ball, the way he's coming down. He's feeling himself. I mean, he's seen a couple shots go down, so he's feeling good about his game right now. He's been he's been one of the most consistent. He's been one of the most consistent players on the road for them.
Actually, right? Which is crazy.
Yeah. Kawhi Leonard is more like a observer in the beginning. He sees how the defense playing him. He picks his spot. Next thing you know, he has 20, 10, and 10. He's one of those that creep up on you. Mm-hmm. Paul George is a guy that's going to have the ball, very ball dominant, a lot of dribbles, crossover, spins, and all this other stuff to get a shot off. Kawhi Leonard, they call him the robot for a reason. Very methodical, get to his spots, hit his shots. Mm-hmm. So it's not a lot of wasted dribbling with Kawhi Leonard. Very efficient scorer. And it's a good contrast to how Paul George plays. So that's why they I see why they wanted to play with each other.
Because they do complement each other.
So complement well. But the thing with Pandemic P or PG 13%, when he's in a funk, he doesn't let his defense bring him back into the light. He kind of just goes. He just goes off to the left. And I would like to see him during adversity play that hard-nosed defense that he's known for. So
yeah, I agree with that because the real, the great players, what I mean, they're also mentally sound and mentally strong. You know what I'm saying? And emotionally strong and sound. Not just as a player being able to do things on the court. Mentally, they're very strong. You know what I mean? And emotionally, you have to be able to keep those type of things intact when you're especially in playoff situations, I would believe, right?
Absolutely. With the name playoff P, you would think he would be mentally strong. But as we've seen in last year's playoffs and other, he has a very smug attitude towards, I would say, giving up the props or having proper respect for the opponents. Like them being down 2-0, he's like, there's no panic. Of course there's panic. You have to panic. You're down 2-0 and you lost 2 at home. They took home court. But let P tell it, he's going to be like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? So he's one of those players. I think this playoff run right now is going to define him as an NBA player and his legacy. Like, this is going to be the one that separates him because they have to at least get to a conference finals, at least. Especially with that type of team. Come on. And then Kawhi Leonard's a free agent after the season, so that's very important on how this playoff run goes because there's a lot of noise looming around his free agency. He could potentially go to Miami. Who doesn't want to live in Miami, But he's in LA. So LA, Miami, tomatoes type vibe. Um, People think it's easy on the East, so maybe he wanna, come to the East. Who knows? Kawhi basically got his pick of the litter, so to speak. So I think Playoff P gotta show him that, this is where he needs to be. He has to step up and help him out.
I don't think it's
And
that
I've been
East no
doing.
more. I don't think it's that easy in the East no more. I think the East is coming up, man. It's real in the East now. Play around with the East and get clapped. I think the East is winning it this year. Period. If you ask me, I think the East is taking it this year. Barring anything happen with the
I agree.
Lakers. Yeah. Especially if anything happens. I mean, we still waiting to see what's going on with Davis. And, he got a little injured today. What's going on with that? That's what I want to know. What's up with that? Will he be able to play next game? Yeah, that's what I want to know.
You know what we call him. He's Mr. Unbreakable from the movie. If y'all familiar with that, he's Samuel Jackson. So it's the glass, and he tumble. I'm out for 2 to 3 weeks. So let's see if he's going to gut it out. I think it's a groin injury, so those things are lingering. Like, you could feel good, but any wrong movement, there you go. It comes back up.
It reaggravates.
Yeah, those are things that you can't really toughen out. Those things that just enable your game. So we'll see. And then he got a tough task on his hands when you playing with rough riders like Ayton that just want to bang all day. You understand? So I don't know. If AD can't go, yeah, I would swing the series to Phoenix because AD is more important to LA than Chris Paul is to the Phoenix Suns.
He is.
Yeah, because LeBron can't do it by himself, and we all know that.
Oh yeah, we all know that. That's
not at this stage. And the crazy part, just to switch a little topics, Luka got 19.5 and 5, and he's having a bad game. This is how great this kid is, but it's only so much you can do.
It's only but so much. We need Porzingis to play like a superstar player, or at least a star player, and come up with some points. What's his scoring range look like? What's up with Porzingis? What's up with him? This is what I'm talking about.
Well, we gave him the name the unicorn for a reason. He's like a one of a kind player, but at times he leans too much towards the 3-point shot. He's very soft, in my opinion. He's soft. Like he needs to get down low and force his will. There's no one on the court right now over 6'8". He's 7'1", 7'2". So clearly he can get over the top of him. So now he's established himself in post up. They need to feed him. Feed him. See, that's the problem. They don't have no one to give him a proper entry pass. But you have to feed Porzingis when he's down there.
But to get those passes, you gotta work. But you do those type of works earlier in the possessions and the shot clocks. You know what I mean? And where you bang him down there and establish in position for the entry pass. You see what I'm saying? He is playing like this league is really soft. Not just, nothing to take away from Porzingis or to add on him. You know what I'm saying? We're in a softer league where a lot of these players, these big players, 7, 10, they 8 foot tall, and their first reaction is to step back to the 3 and pump fake there. You know what I'm saying? We witnessing people pump faking from the 3, and you're not even that good of a 3-point shooter. Yeah, you can make a few. You're in the NBA. You should be able to make a 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that old school basketball, you know what I mean? It's only a couple of players. Like Embiid still uses that back to the basket, but I think sometimes he also reverts to the 3-point line too much as well.
Embiid is the best player in the NBA.
I can second that.
Embiid.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Embiid is the best player I have seen in this playoffs and in the NBA for right now. From what I've seen, is he's the moving force, the unstoppable. I don't see no one guarding him 1-on-1. You got to bring help. He has everything. He has everything you want. He has guard-like skills, footwork of a small forward, 3-pointer of a sniper. Can hit free throws. He can dunk it on you. The dude is amazing. That's a problem. Philly's a problem. Milwaukee's a problem. We're looking forward to the second round. Brooklyn versus Milwaukee. I think that matchup is going to show who's really about that.
And we're going to see
because they match up well.
In the East. Yeah, we're going to see who's the real king in the East.
Yeah, but the problem is the road you take sometimes is greater than the destination, right? So you have Brooklyn facing Milwaukee. They're going to beat each other up. And who's going to be waiting there like, hey, how y'all doing? It's going to be Philly. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be fresh with them being ready to get to the chip. So I wouldn't be surprised if Philly go, to be totally honest, because they got everything you want and they got a hell of a coach that's been there before and know how to manage
players and people.
That's what. And
yes,
we talk about that. Coaches is more like a damn therapist than actually X and O's, because when you get to this level, you basically know what to do. You know, pick and roll basketball. It's not a lot of play calling like back in the days, running sets, coaches telling you what to do. No, y'all run motion offense, pick and roll, find a matchup, go to work. Simple. Hit the open man. You don't got to run a lot of plays. Like Rick Carlisle said, we're not running a lot of plays because Rondo played for us and he's calling out all our plays. So now what we doing is running the motion offense. And that's just basically playground ball to its highest level. You understand? Because these guys have been playing ball their whole life, so they know what to do. It's just, one-on-one, pick and roll. That pick and roll is the best play in basketball. It's the oldest, but it's still the most effective.
I agree.
Come on, two people went to the Hall of Fame of just pick and roll. Stockton and Malone, like, come on. And they wasn't the most talented players in their era, but they were the most talented within a system. And sometimes people are system guys. That's why it's important when you get drafted. It's important where you go to, what culture and like stuff like that. Players make the culture, but at the same time, systems help the role players out and make them shine. So Luka right now is struggling. They're coming at him in waves. It's pretty much.
Luka's having a rough one tonight. It's 60 to 82, man. 60 to 82 right now. 11 minutes and 50 seconds left. It's crazy.
It's close to garbage time.
Yeah, that's the times. It's close to that.
We get in the 10th and 12th playoff to them get some run.
Yes, minutes coming in. Garbage minutes. Beep beep beep. The truck coming in soon. The truck.
Yeah, I mean,
the garbage truck rolling.
Yeah, they got Bojan Bogdanovic in, bro. Come on now.
Yes.
He's 7'8". Come on. Now you know
Kawhi is on the tear.
Now you know he's desperate. Oh, he's very efficient. I told you, he gets to his spots, no wasted dribble. He plays
27
like a
points, 10 of 14 field goals, 2 of 3 from 3-point territory. The man is in the zone. That's what you call in the zone. And you are now in the zone. You already know.
Yeah, he's locked in the zone, locked in. When you letting a player like his caliber get to his spots, come on, man. He shot a million times. This is like Michael Jordan-esque. Like you always say, get to the bullhead, fade away. Got you. It's in the books. It's in the books.
It's in the books. It's guaranteed. Why break it if it's like grandma's recipe? Why try to freak it? It's grandma's recipe, bro. It's just classic. It tastes good every single time. That's the difference between old school basketball play like a Michael Jordan and some of these new players. People like Michael Jordan made the game so easy for himself. You know what I mean? You get on the court and you're nice, right? You just could score from anywhere and you know you can, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But Michael Jordan had a patented game. He came out and did things that he knew he was going to do and be efficient at. He shot from certain spots. If he shot a jump shot from the free throw line, 9 times out of 10, he would have made that because his free throw is butter, right? If he shoot his bullhead, which is his key shot, that's butter. His little fadeaway shimmy from the baseline, that's butter. He really don't shoot threes, but if he really did, he'd probably shoot it straight down the middle, or he's going to shoot it from the arc, lined up damn near with the bullhead. So his 3-point shot, really that he take, is really coming from the arc key 3-point, where the bullhead is lining up at anyway, exactly. So he's making the game easy for himself. He's getting to his spots. Real players get to their spots, and that's how they have big games.
Yeah, I mean, some players just come down and freestyle, and those players are kind of the most dangerous. Like a player like Jamal Crawford, he has a handle where you can't predict where he's going. So it's a long night when you guard him because he can make you look silly. But when you got players that's methodical like Kawhi Leonard, it takes more of a detail and defense. You have to be sound and focused because you want to get, like you said, you want to get to the job early. Bring your lunch pail because it's going to be a long day. Get him off his spots. That's the first thing you need to do. You got to get him off the spots. You got to interrupt him because if you allow him to get in a rhythm, the guy is going to be efficient like he is today. 10 for 14, 20. Like, come on, he's just one of those players. And he's not dribbling him a bunch of times, so you're not getting opportunities to rip him. None of that stuff.
Nope.
Like he's one of those. He's a championship player. This is why Popovich was so angry at him that he left.
Yeah.
Because when you think of the Spurs way, you think of like Tim Duncan, these stoic players. But Kawhi Leonard is a prototype of the Spurs. His game.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, prototype. You can tell what he plays. Look how he's playing right now. Got the ball in the corner, surveying the court, making the right play. The guy's definitely in the top 10 in the NBA and players,
Period. Yeah, I agree with that totally. You know what I'm saying? Very humble.
Dallas.
Very, very good player.
Yeah, Dallas has ran into a team that figured it out on the fly.
On the fly.
See, I think
someone's down.
I think
someone's
Tyrone.
Injured. Who's that injured? Somebody's down. Ain't get back up yet.
That looks like Tim. That's Tim Hardaway.
Oh no! Oh man, that looked like a leg injury or something, bro.
It looked like his back.
Looked like his back. Better yet, man. It's a back.
It looked like his back. Maybe his shin, his fucking ass bone. That shit hurts.
Oh yeah, he fell right.
That shit.
He fell right on his.
On that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I hate that when you go going up for a J and then you
tailbone.
Yep. When you going up for a jump shot and somebody clip your legs off, that's the worst fall. You can either break your wrist.
Yeah.
Definitely could twist your ankle. Maybe break a finger. You know what I'm saying? These things is yeah. So you're gonna break yourself some way, but look, he didn't even break himself. He's fucking bad with the cushion. So he'll feel that tomorrow. He's pretty young, so he'll feel that tomorrow. But yeah, it is a slappy slaps.
Slappity slaps. What's up with Brooklyn, man?
And
what's up with Brooklyn?
Oh yeah.
What's up
Let's talk about BK.
Let's talk about Brooklyn, bro. What's up, son? What's up?
They coming back home. It was I told you, got tricky at the end, but in the beginning, I mean, the Boston crowd was at full capacity. They came out as they should with a lot of energy. But you got veteran players that know how to silence crowds, weather the storm. That's how really be in these playoffs on a road. You gotta weather the storm. You can't get frazzled, taking reckless shots. Run your offense. You have the better team. They're gonna come at you in ways, but as the game progresses and the emotions of the game, because sometimes when you all riled up, you just running on a high. But when you get your second win and you settle down, teams really start to get at you, and that's what happened. He came out being assertive because that Tatum was going at him, so he took that challenge. He guarded him all the majority of the game.
That's right.
Yes, Tatum had 40, but it was a tough 40.
He worked.
A tough 40. Oh yes, he had to absolutely work, and then he realized, what can I do? He looked at exasperated, like, yo, I can't deal. You got Harden coming in. Like, these dudes was taking turns. Kyrie was coming with a vengeance, man. This dude was super aggressive. And that's the type of Kyrie we need to see to win the ship. We need Kyrie to be aggressive.
We predicted that.
Yeah. And you could tell, some of these players, when they come out in the first 5 minutes, you could tell what kind of player you're going to get. See, Kyrie came out first 5 minutes, 5 shots, 6 shots. I'm like, okay, yeah, he's looking for it. I don't care if he's missing. He's looking for his shots, which is important. we're not worried about Boston because they depleted. So even for them to win one game is a valid effort. Like, it was awesome. But we're gonna take care of them game 5. Moving forward, I want to see Drew Holiday and Kyrie Irving. It's gonna be awesome. That is gonna be absolutely awesome. Because this dude, Drew Holiday,
ooh, and he ain't backing down. He ain't backing down from that challenge. Salute to Drew Holiday.
He plays fucking D, and he can go on the other end. He's what they call in football a shutdown corner. He's a shutdown point guard. This guy can go, and he's like a tween and two as well. He can play the 2, the 1, depending on the lineup. They match up very well with Brooklyn, and I think they won a season series, which don't mean much, but I think with Milwaukee it means a lot. They have the confidence. You got Giannis and KD. Giannis and KD is just man. That's gonna be the series that everyone's gonna see.
God, we can't wait, man. But that, because like Giannis and a KD gonna cancel each other out in some senses, right? Because they're gonna score.
Not really. Not all right. So what I want to tell you now is a backstory to this.
Okay.
Now, Harden. Mm-hmm. Harden has some choice words about Giannis' game.
Okay.
About if I was 6'10" and all it was dunk, that ain't hard to do. He was basically telling the reporter that Giannis was talent. He's 6'10", he just dunks the ball. He can't shoot. He has no game really.
No fundamentals.
Yeah.
He got no game. Period.
Now KD and Giannis got beef through all games, through they back and forth battles where KD and Giannis is like going head to head and Giannis is playing. This series is going to have football type intensity. Like, they're going to be fighting each other. You got PJ Tucker. You got bruises there. You got Bobby Portis. They just lost DiVincenzo for the season.
Bad.
So that's a big loss. That's a big loss. And that kind of favors the Nets. And we got home court, which is great. But I see this going to 7. I see it going to 7. And anything can happen in the game 7. But I definitely see this going to 7. I think Holiday is going to neutralize Kyrie in a sense. I'm high on Holiday. I think he was a good addition, a championship addition to the Milwaukee Bucks. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. Just to have Middleton, and Harden. They all have matchups. You can't relax on a defense now because Kyrie, you got to guard Holiday. Harden, you got to guard Middleton, and KD, you got to guard Giannis. Mm-hmm. Come on, now you got big ass Brook Lopez coming back to the team he formerly played with because we drafted him, number 10, Brook Lopez, which he developed his 3-point shots. When he developed his 3-point shot under our tutelage, we showed him how to preserve his years in the league, step out to that 3. Now he's an efficient 3-point shooter. He's going to be a problem. I think we might have to play DeAndre We may go small ball. We may go small ball and put KD at the 5 and try to take Lopez out the game. You understand? That would be a good chess move. But then who's guarding Giannis? That's why Gerald Green, Uncle Jeff, needs to get healthy because he is a hybrid that can guard those type players like Giannis. So there's a lot riding. We need to get this series done with quickly because, as you know, Milwaukee swept. So they're resting.
So they're resting up, man. But listen, this is another thing, though, man. With Kyrie Irving, man, Kyrie Irving is like an in and out kind of player, just like his handle, man. Really good with the in and out. You know what I mean? Just like how we get this big game out of Kyrie right now. Like next game, we'll get another one of those like last game. Real quiet, ain't shot too much. He shot like 4 or 5 shots and a half. You know what I mean? We need him to string these games along, just like this game, because when he's playing at this level, he's damn near unbeatable when he's playing like this level.
I just pray and hope we get an engaged Kyrie Irving. That's all I can hope for. Because some games he just seems like he's not interested at all. Like, I don't even care about basketball.
Like he's not
But
even there.
I
Like
know
he's just on the court, right? Like I'm real.
Yeah, he just don't care. I mean, I know he cares, but sometimes he's not assertive. So that has a big play on our team. But the best thing we have all our players can create their own shot. So we don't need nobody to spoon feed anybody. But we do have one of the best scorers in NBA history on our team.
Thank you.
And I'm not talking about Kevin Durant. I'm not talking about Kevin Durant. If people think it, I'm talking about KD. I'm talking about the bearded one. He has changed the game. He has changed the game forever with his antics, how he draw fouls. This guy's like a magician. It's truly an art. If people watch how hard he draws fouls and manipulates the Euro step, how he slows it down. Sometimes he'll use his body. If he's clicking his step back threes, his dribble. I mean, he's one of a kind, man. He's really one of a kind player. And he's left-handed at that. There's not so many lefties that's like in a top tier players.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very awkward. He was having fun tonight. He had 23 and 18.
Jesus
like
Christ,
3 blocks,
points.
2 steals, 18 assists.
I mean, 18 assists. I mean, that's crazy, man. 18 assists. That's crazy. The following, that's coming off the last game when they had 13 together. What was the number? 13 assists total?
Yeah. Harden had 40 and 11, I believe.
And then other people had 2 assists.
Game. Yeah. So the ball wasn't moving. I think this game that just passed, Nash did something that I didn't like.
What's that?
The game was out of reach, right? And he kept his starters in, and that's a big no. Smart did a play that I kind of was like, yo, that's a dirty play. And it might seem like nothing to a novice basketball player, but when you know what's going on, that's why him and KD was going at it throughout the duration of the game. Because this is how you get hurt when the game is out of whack. The players are just bullshitting around, and the other team is playing hard. The ball could be on the floor. He could dive on the ball and just land on my ankle, break my ankle. Smart is dirty like that. So KD took offense to that, and it got chippy after that. But KD, Harden, and Kyrie shouldn't have been in the game in the first place, and I don't understand why Nash would keep them in the game. It's like 5 minutes later, been up by 28 since the beginning of the fourth. This is a time you rest your players. You don't have to play them to the end of the game. It's over. This is why you have a bench. These players, they checks is crazy. Like 100 G's a game for the bench players. Like, come on, man.
Last person on
it's the bench. Ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the minimum is 300,000. I think 300,000 is the minimum.
Come on. Big checks. And you get playoff incentives, 30K boost.
Mm-hmm.
So come on now, get these guys in the game. Get these guys in the game. Don't ever do that. You putting our best players in harm. We don't need that. Come on, Kevin Durant is just coming back off an injury. Harden, we need to preserve, man. The next big three had 104 points combined. Who is fucking like? Nobody's fucking with that. I'm sorry. When you get all of them engaged, it's over. But you got to understand. First time you've seen them play in like a cohesive unit. So it takes time. And when you come against a team like Milwaukee that been together, that's when the problems arise, man. Because Milwaukee can beat them.
That's a fact, and they know that.
Can beat them,
and it's different
because Giannis will be dunking every play if you don't stop him.
He will.
He's one of those guys.
Yes, he will.
He don't care, and he's going to mean mug after he dunk it on you. It's going to be live. Now those games in Brooklyn, first game going to be in Brooklyn anyway because we're the number 2 seed. Mm-hmm. So Milwaukee's coming to Brooklyn anyway. So Barclay's going to be on tilt.
So what they're going to have to do
to close this out?
what they're gonna have to do to close out this series, because we going further. We talking about Milwaukee. I believe that they're gonna be there, obviously, but what they're gonna have to do to close out this series so that they can move on. Because remember, Milwaukee's resting right now, so you don't want this team to come drag out a couple of wins and now you going battered up, going to face a rested team and get your ass kicked.
No. We got veterans on the team. We want that. Like Kwame, we said, we want that mama's cooking. We at home. We chilling. We in the crib. Who wants to get back on a bus, plane, anything? So that's incentive enough. I wanna win this game and go back to my crib. Like, I ain't trying to get on no bus or nothing. I want to hear after this game, we got a day off, 2 days off, the second round. And the second round, we at the crib too. So if we win this game, we stay at the crib. That's incentive enough. And you're a veteran team, and you're playing against a depleted Boston team. You take care of business now. You get to stay home, and niggas get invited to the crib, Milwaukee. So that's the incentive. These are veteran players. They know that. They know the scheduling of the NBA playoff run. So this is very important for them to take care of business, weather the storm, because, Boston's going to come out, they're fighting for their lives, but they don't have the talent. Kemba Walker is having nagging injuries. Smart is a good hustle-like player, but he doesn't have the talent that exceeds Harden or any of the other players. And Tatum is going to do what he does, give you for 40, 50, and they out the door. So all they got to do is understand, do y'all want to go on the road to Boston where they throwing plastic bottles at us and doing all types of unruly stuff? Come on now. Let's stay home in front of our fans, the best fan in the league, and wait for Milwaukee to come. We need to preserve our energy anyway. So you don't want to go back on the road if you don't have to. And then, like you said, you got Milwaukee waiting. They want the game today. And best believe they coach Budenhauser, whatever his name is, Bud Ball. He's making adjustments right now. He knows, like, okay, we're playing them. This is how we could attack them. Because he's seeing Tristan Thompson get 10 to 15 offensive rebounds in a matter of 2 games. So he knows, okay, we have to attack them on offensive basket or on offensive boards. Mm-hmm. So even if we miss, that's when Giannis come into play. That's when Lopez comes into play. That's when Portis comes into play. That's when Tucker comes into play. They got bodies. So when you look at how to beat the Nets, you have to destroy them in the paint because we don't have a physical presence down there. We are a perimeter team. We can get gully down there, but not too much. That's not our forte. We want to dip and dive, stick our hand in there, tip the ball away. But we ain't trying to be down there too long. So that's why I said Embiid. That's why I said Embiid is the most dangerous player right now. Because nobody has somebody to stop him. Nobody.
So,
and when
do you think that they have what it takes to win the chip this year?
Philly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Because too many of these NBA teams adjust their game to the other team versus having them adjust to you. See, with Philly, Doc Rivers ain't no fool. He knows, this is where my bread is buttered. I have to adjust to me. And then on top of having Embiid, you have a 6'10" Magic Johnson type player that is once again a hybrid. Come on. Think about it. If Philly play LA, you could have Ben Simmons guard LeBron. And they're the same in the sense of height, weight, physique, speed. You're not losing a step there. AD, you got to guard Embiid. You don't want none of that drama. That's too much weight. That's at least a good 40 or 50 pounds over. You got the sharpshooters. Steph Curry, Green. Then you got Tobias Harris. So Philly is very dangerous in my opinion because they got the number 1 seed, which is like I said before, Brooklyn should have fought for the number 1 seed. We had an easy route. Now we got to play Milwaukee. Nobody wants to deal with Milwaukee. They're fucking a problem. They're dangerous, man. It's gonna be It's gonna be a brawl, man.
It's gonna be a bruiser, man.
What?
It's gonna be a brawl.
It's gonna be a fucking brawl. Come in the back of the bar, nigga, with a junkie in the back with the big ass old school garbage can. And we having to slug 'em, rock 'em, sock 'em, slug 'em out fast because it's gonna be one of those.
It's gonna be
straight
crazy,
up.
son. That was gonna be crazy.
And
that's going crazy.
Whoever got tickets to that game, they're gonna be happy as hell because you want to see what it's about. That's gonna be a real. If you ain't see no game that was to your liking, Milwaukee, Brooklyn. If you don't like that series, then you don't like basketball because it matches up perfectly. It matches up. It's just too perfect.
So look,
come on, look at the score, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
they ran them up
98-74.
It's crazy, man. We ain't even talking
about, out of here.
Look, we even been talking about the Clipper game, man, because this shit is crazy. It's 98-84. It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. Yeah, man. Dallas ain't have they ain't have no vibe
this is why
today.
This is why you can't get too high or too low. You understand? They beat Clippers 2 at home. Clippers go on the road to beat them at home. Home court ain't what it is, what it used to be. You know, everybody's still getting adjusted to their fans. They haven't played in front of fans as well in a while, so it's not the same. You see, LA lost on their home court. Mm-hmm. So Boston lost on their home court.
They got clapped.
Only one that won tonight on their home court was Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Yep. All the road teams won out of the 4 games.
Yep, the only one that won was Atlanta. But like the last 3 years, Philly has been the team that everybody, even in the media world, even in the sports world, has been deeming the team to come out of the East, and something always holds them back. They get in the playoffs or whatever happens, it's just something. It's like they're always missing something. It's like that team that's really, really good. They're just close but no cigar. I just think, like, what is the difference this year than any of the other 3 years that we feel that they're going to go deeper this year than they've went any other year?
I think Embiid is healthy. That's first and foremost.
That's first and foremost.
Embiid is healthy. He's 1 year better, so he understands, and he got a coach. He has a coach that believes in his skill set. He's not saying Embiid don't shoot threes. He's saying Embiid, let's get some paint touches first. Get your rhythm, and then let's step up to the 3. See, a lot of coaches try to change the game versus taking your assets and making them into what we call basketball equity, making it grow. That's what Doc Rivers did. He made his game better. And then also what he did with Ben Simmons, he said, I don't care if Ben Simmons don't have a jump shot. See, a lot of people saying, oh, Ben Simmons will be this, Ben Simmons will be that, if he had. Well, right now he doesn't have a jump shot. So what can he do for us now? Push the ball. Get into the paint. Use his hook shots. A lot of rim running. And he's doing that at a high level. So the difference is coaching. Getting rid of that other coach and putting Doc Rivers in. So Doc Rivers know what to do. And also having these hybrid players. These players that could be 2, 3, 4. It's like positionless basketball. It's just the maturation of a team that's been together for a while. Sometimes it just clicks. And when you see Philly play, it just clicks. It's just like, yeah, they're playing like a unit. You can tell they're playing for each other. The ball is on a string. Everything is crisp passing. Okay, you got the mismatch. I'm dumping it to you. I'm not taking reckless shots. I'm making the right play, the extra play. I'm turning down good shots to get great shots. Those things is important when you want to win championships. And you see these little things here and there with certain teams. Now, if you just watch the basketball, you're like, oh, he made the shot. But if you're looking at the details, like, oh, he took that open shot. But half of the time is the reason why you open. Because you can't fucking shoot. And you're not in rhythm. So, yeah, what I would say is definitely coaching. And B got 1 year better. And they just leaning into their skill set. And you could tell. and they're dangerous. And a team with confidence is almost better than a team with talent. And that's what Milwaukee got, confidence. Brooklyn got talent.
A lot of it.
We're just trying to figure out our identity. We don't have our identity yet. It's a lot of, you take the ball. No, it's your turn. It's your turn. Your turn. That's good when you're playing against teams like Boston. But when you play teams like Milwaukee and Philly, that your turn shit ain't gonna work. It's really not. You might win 2 games. You're not gonna win 4 games playing like that. And this shit that happened today, that 104 points, that shit ain't happening often.
Nah, that's not happening.
Where all three go berserk. Nah.
If we have that on
Blake Griffin played
a clear road to the chip.
Yeah, but Blake Griffin played like crap. Like, what are you doing? Like, seriously, Blake Griffin played
so he gets the award for this game then. So he get the bullshit of the day. He get for the game. You got it. Did he get it? What
for the Brooklyn
game?
Boston game?
So he's the bullshit. He did the bullshit for the whole game. It's him. He got it. Did he get it? I want to know.
I would have to give it to him. Bro.
Bring up his stats, bro. Let's see the stats, bro.
I'll have to get it. Or for me, just visually seeing it, I'm gonna bring up the stats right now.
All right, we just go.
Blake Griffin had 2. Blake Griffin had 2 points.
Okay,
and 2 rebounds.
It's done. How many shots did he?
And he played. He only took 3 shots.
Let me bust it for him now. Blake Griffin, you have now gotten the bullshit. Jesus Christ, Blake. 2 points.
Oh, be serious. That is some bullshit right there. Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Come on.
Yeah, Blake.
That's what we traded for him for.
Yo. Oh, my God. Blake Griffin, man.
Oh, 2 points. That's what we traded to get. That's how
you see me talking about the matchups with Brooklyn and Milwaukee. I forgot about Blake. Like I was talking about Jetta back healthy. I didn't even consider Blake Griffin. I'm like, he's invisible.
Who got the play that earlier? Bullock, right? Bullock got
Bullock.
Yeah, Bullock got the
It's fucking horrible.
Nigga did for 33 minutes is 0. Niggas on donut in 33 minutes. That nigga spun 33 blocks and ain't catch no ops. 33 blocks that man spun, ain't catch an op yet. Come on, dog. What kind of shit is that? Shit is out of control, bro.
It is fucking horrible, man. It is horrible, bro.
Out of goddamn control, bro. It's just crazy, bro.
Yo, with the Lakers and Phoenix game, AD got injured, so I can't really say he gets the bullshit. But he only had 6, so
he started off 5. He started off rocky. He shot the 3, which Phoenix was happy. I know anybody from Phoenix, in Phoenix, even if I don't give a fuck. Okay, everybody was happy when he was shooting the little 3. They said, "Okay, keep shooting them dumb shits." He shot a 3. He missed it. He ended up shooting a 1 shot. It went in switch. I thought that he was going to start to find his rhythm. And then the injury happened like a few plays after that. And, it wasn't the same after that.
Yeah, it's pretty cut and dry when you really look at it. Like, when players on a court just existing, come on.
That
now,
make no sense at all.
Dallas is out of here. They up out of here.
Damn, Luka, son.
Dallas.
But Luka gotta go through that. All that. Those are growing pains, man. Every great athlete had to go through that, man. So, Luka, you got to go through that too. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to a certain age before you start winning chippies. Gotta go.
We could call him playoff P now. Because anytime he acts up in the playoffs, he's fucking PG 13%. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he got his stripes. He got his stripes back today. He did good. Kawhi Leonard but is doing what Kawhi Leonard do, doing Kawhi Leonard things. I think LeBron James is in real trouble. He's in real trouble. If AD is not healthy and they going back to the desert, they're gonna have the cotton mouth. They're gonna be gasping for air.
I think he's gonna be in trouble. I think if AD is not healthy going into that next series, even in this series, man, Phoenix. Listen, bro, they better chill out.
I'm telling you, bro. If AD not healthy,
Phoenix about to clap them, son.
Phoenix gonna edge them out.
Phoenix is gonna edge them out. People are looking past Phoenix, though. This is what's crazy. So many people are looking past Phoenix. They're looking at the chip already. If you're a Lakers fan, you not thinking about Phoenix. You thinking about Kawhi probably, and if not Kawhi, you think about Baja and you think about Parade. You ain't thinking about nothing else. They ain't even really thinking about Brooklyn like that. If you're a real big LA fan, but if you're an LA fan, you better think about that desert.
Hold up. Everybody's thinking about Brooklyn. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You cannot not think about Brooklyn.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
Nobody in the league has seen 3 combination of players at this point of their career at this time. I just told you they scored 104 points.
That's insane.
Out of 141 points.
That's crazy.
Come on, 3 people.
It's crazy.
So everyone knows what they can do. Everyone knows. So everyone thinks that, but Milwaukee's like, yeah, y'all talking about them? We got fans for them. The East Coast, I don't see nobody in the West fucking with the East, to be honest. Like, the East got the teams. It's Milwaukee, Philly, and Brooklyn for shit. One of them gonna win it.
That's a fact.
And you gotta understand too, bro. Portland ain't no joke. People be sleeping on Portland. Portland is not no pushovers. So LA in trouble right now, man, because AD is Mr. fucking Glass, bro. He's Mr. Glass. And if he can't play, bye-bye. They getting exit out. Stage left, please. Get up out of here. They going fishing, nigga. Believe that. So, it's one of those situations. Obviously, you got Utah and the Grizzlies. They in a dogfight back and forth. So it's wide open. But to see what they did to Luka today doesn't look good for the Mavs at all.
Looking good. I thought they was gaining some kind of a feeling, some kind of a momentum building up a little bit, but seeing what happened today to them, I think that took a lot out of their sales. And I think you could just see when a team is just being crushed, man. Not just physically, not just on the court itself, but when you just taking the life out of a team.
You can see the life leave their fucking body.
You want to see a body? That ass, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can. It's just crazy, man. I mean, shout out to
Luka. It's one of those situations.
Shout out to Luka.
Yeah, he a valid effort. He gets respect, but see, when you doing all that woofing, you yelling, you talking about people little, you gotta be careful, man. The basketball guards don't like that. That's why PG-13 always gets zapped for game winners in his fucking mug. Because he be shitting on the basketball guards. That's why you gotta be quiet. Only a selective few, like Michael, Jeffrey Jordan, can do shit like that and still come out on top. That's why it's good to just shut up and play basketball. That's it. Just play your game. Kawhi don't talk a lot. He just handle his business. That's what he do. Handle business. Handle fucking business. Kevin Durant was not playing with people today. 42 points. He could have had about 80. He had like 20 in the first quarter. She's coming off an injury. So imagine. Brooklyn Nets got a 2-year window to win a chip. I just need for them to get to the conference, and I'm happy. But they got a 2-year window to win a chip. I wouldn't expect them to win it in their first year, though. That would be asking for too much.
That's too much. I think
because they don't. That's disrespecting a lot of these teams' chemistry in a sense. Like, come on, man. That's like me and you being together. We building this chemistry, and some people they just put together come and beat us. Like, nah, that's not supposed to happen. That's more so us losing the game than them winning the game. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see where the Brooklyn Nets is at. If they can galvanize the Brooklyn spirit and just unify our city and play like how we play and how we play that basketball.
We need it, man. We need it so bad right now, bro. I think that will lift the city up. You know what I'm saying? I think there's been a lot of shit going on. We've been needing a chip. We had, you know what I'm saying, condolences to everybody that we lost through the tragedy that happened in the city with the center, the trade centers, everything. We've been needing a championship here from our basketball team. In New York,
definitely do.
Period, bro.
I'm not going to front. But I don't think right now, mentally, we in a space. We got to go through some adversity. You're not going to win a championship if you're not going through some adversity. And Boston is not a team that's going to give you any type of resistance. Yeah, one game is cool. You got to win first to 4. So game 5, we won't beat them. I'll be very surprised if we lose game 5, barring any injuries or anything like, out the loop. We're going to take care of business. That Milwaukee series, that's when we're going to get the adversity.
It's going to get crazy.
Maybe.
I believe Luka going to get some ring. When you think, how many years you think from now, man? Luka, yo.
For Luka?
For Luka, bro. I think Luka's getting a ring very soon, man. He need a piece, though. We're going to get into one question first, right? What do you think Dallas needs to get over the hump? That's the first thing. Because they feel like they're like a piece or two away. They feel like they're like 2 pieces away. We got Luka, but I feel like that team feels really good, but it feels like 2 pieces away is missing. Plus, they got injuries over there too. But Porzingis as well is coming up really small. He's not playing to his capabilities.
I think honestly, it's the monotonous of the coaching. You understand? The same. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel it. You're saying the same shit. It goes on deaf ears. After a while, you need a new voice, right? Similar to what they did with the Sixers. So first, they got to get rid of Carlisle. He's a good coach. Not saying he won them a chip. He's a good coach, but it's not working. Maybe it's the pieces, maybe it's them, but it's not working because I don't like what Porzingis is turning out to be. He's soft, man. He was soft. Too much jump shots, too much pussy footing around the paint, not enough aggression, not enough decisiveness. Flopping. You letting 6'8" people guard you, similar to what they did, reminiscent to Dirk Nowitzki playing against the Believe team.
People wow you up, not guard you, wow you up.
You see what Dirk did, right? He went through some adversity. He lost that first round against the Believe. They were throwing these little guards at him. These 6'8" guys on him. What did he do? He refined his game. So what they need to do is get Dirk to show Porzingis what he needs to do to be effective. When you got a Hall of Fame great, one of the greatest players to ever put on a Maverick jersey, probably the greatest. You got to get him in the gym. You got to have Dirk on the staff. Like, I don't understand that. Maybe he didn't want to be on the staff, but this should be public knowledge that he turned down the job because Dirk Nowitzki needs to be in there with Porzingis. That's his prototype. Come on, man. That's like fucking Kobe Bryant getting drafted by the Bulls and Michael was like on the staff. Like, come on, man. You gotta put these people under the wing. This is a mentorship type league.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing new under the sun. Everything that is going to come again. So they either got to get rid of the coach, get somebody to get in a fucking gym with Porzingis, because clearly He ain't bring nothing new to his game. He's still playing the same way he did from year 1 to year 4. That's not good.
That's not good.
Every year you supposed to come with something new, something added to your game. That's what the great ones do. He's not looking great. Shit, he's not even looking good.
Mm-hmm. Remember, like a year last year. So remember, it's like probably 2 years now. Remember when Harden was practicing a new move when he was like, and it was like this big thing, and he was coming up with this new thing that he was going to use on his defenders and stuff like that. That's what great players do, man.
Exactly.
They add to their games.
Exactly. Every year, man. Every year you coming back with something new. You added something new. You refining your skills, seeing what the defense is playing. It's similar to what Damian Lillard explained why he shoots these threes from damn near half court. He said, that's why I'm going to get most of my space. They're not guarding me from half court. So soon as they over the line, I shots. So I'm in my range as soon as I pass the half court line. That's imagine having to guard somebody at half court. You know how far your defense has to extend? This is why Portland is a problem. Because they have a sniper like him. So this will be a great playoff run for whoever wins it. But to answer your question with Dallas, they need a point guard. I know they think Luka's point guard.
Who?
But they need Dallas.
Who do they
Dallas need a point guard.
What point guard do they need? What point guard
what
from the
type
league?
Of point guard?
Yeah. Who they need? In the
right
league
now that they just right off the cuff, I would say like a Brogdon from Indiana. Somebody that's efficient, not too much wiggle with his game, but gets the job done. You know what I'm saying? He gets the job done, and he can play off the ball.
I like
he's the type of player that you know what I'm saying will complement Luka well. At both big bodies, so now they both can guard different positions. You understand? Because you need interchangeable pieces. Like I told you, the novice only understands small forwards. No, you just need 5 good players that can guard all positions. That's why the Clippers beat Dallas how they did. Because they put 5 players on the court, 6'8". Porzingis played like he's 6'5". It makes sense now. So when they doing this pick and roll shit, you could switch over to the man. I ain't got to fight over like, nah. This is fucking Zubac guarding Luka. Because that's how they was killing. And I'm surprised Tyronn Lue didn't see that from game 1, which was just like ridiculous as coaching wise. That's almost a fireable offense. If I was an owner, like, yo, you didn't notice this shit? Like, well, I took you 2 games to notice this shit. What are y'all doing in the film room? What are y'all watching? Because that was clear as day. And I've seen that from me and you talking in game 3. Like, yo, this is a problem. We got to get out the game. I'll be very sure that this dude still remains in the game. So, yeah, I mean, once you have those interchangeable pieces, you ready to roll. Why do you think the Lakers are so good when they put AD at the 5? Because AD could switch off on anybody. AD could guard a point guard. He could guard 1 through 5. That's what basketball is right now. Having people that could guard 1 through 5. But then that's when the skill sets come into play.
Yep.
This is it's a pivotal moment for the Dallas Mavericks organization.
Organization as a whole.
Because I think somebody's getting fired. They lose a 2-0 lead.
Starting with the coach.
Somebody's getting fired.
Starting with the coach. He goes first. You know that. He always take the first bullet. They say, who else is there? I say, I'll live. Boom. He get the first bullet. The coach always gets the first bullet. Fuck that.
Yeah, the coach going. So that's a fireable offense. 2-0 lead. You can't even put 1 at home.
Oh my goodness.
Luka looking tired as hell.
Luka looking like Fluka. They trying to have my boy looking like Fluka. Don't do that.
Luka red in the face.
Tired, son. He tired, bro. He's tired, son. That's all that is, bro. He's tired. He had, in a failed effort, he had like what, 20-something points in a failed effort?
Yeah, 19-5-5.
19-5-5. Come on. In a failed effort. Come on. Some people never got 19 points in the league in their life. Been there for 40 years.
Yeah, he's different. His worst game to be the people's best game.
It's crazy. His one
a 19-5-5 game for some of these players, that's like a career game.
That's a breakout game. That's a big game for you.
A tremendous game. Let Schroeder get 19-5-5. They're like, oh my God, he fucking killed.
Fuck, niggas start hailing you like Linsanity or some shit. They start making monikers about you, making statues in places, man. You go crazy, do that. Shit.
Exactly. Exactly. But the situation as far as LA is, they in big fucking trouble.
So, yeah.
They done woke up a sleeping giant, and he's only 6 foot. They kept fucking around with Chris Paul.
Kept fucking around, son. Kept fucking around with him, bro.
Chris Paul had a team high. Yo. How did Chris Paul end up with the high man? That's crazy.
High man? Chris Paul's the high man? What are you talking about, bro? Are you serious? Nah, don't say that.
Yo, Chris Paul led all scores. Chris Paul led all scores on his team.
How much Chris Paul had? That's crazy, yo. That's nuts, bro.
Chris Paul had 18, 9, and 3 with 3 steals.
How you at 18 points, bro? That's crazy.
Yeah, 18, 9 assists, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals with no turnovers.
Nuts.
0 turnovers. That's what you call a point guard.
Yeah, that's a point guard. That's a different.
And that's a GOD.
Yeah, that's a point guard.
You know what I'm saying? No turnovers. LeBron James, 6 assists, 6 turnovers.
That canceled.
So that's a
cancellation.
That canceled. That's like every time you gave somebody, they said you threw the ball over.
So yeah.
And people don't understand. Every turnover is the same. Some turnovers ignite the break and get points. So your turnover is not just a turnover. See, the best turnover is when the shit goes out of bounds. Oh fuck, I threw a bounds. Not when you turn the ball over and Chris fucking booked for a 3. That ain't a good turnover. All turnovers are not equal. And people need to understand that. You will want a dead ball turnover, not a live ball. Because now people off and running, and you ignite and breaks. Remember I told you how Phoenix was able to win the game if they stuck to a certain plan, and that's what they did. Put them in pick and rolls, ignite the offense ahead of the big guys. They just outworked them. At one point, Phoenix was up by 16. So this game got a lot closer because LeBron James is LeBron James. But Phoenix was leading. What kept LA is they bench. Caruso had 10. Kuzma had 11. Cole had 12. And he hit 3 3-pointers with 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. Well,
and he
1
had
still, 3 blocks.
He'd have had a little 20 points, a clean 20 if he made a few of the other little shots that he was making.
Yo, Mark Gasol stepped his game the fuck up today.
Wow. He was aggressive. He was looking for his shot. He was out looking for his shot, looking for his spots. He was playing and on the defense. He was on the defensive end. He had a good game today.
Oh my God, yo. This play is ridiculous.
Marc Gasol?
That LeBron James off the backboard.
Oh
awesome.
My God, bro. Oh my God, bro. I can't get enough of that, bro. And you can go and check that out on Oota Blokk right now. If I know you've seen it already, but just make sure you go check it out over here too. Oota Blokk Sports right here on In the Zone. That's crazy, bro. Crazy. Yeah, I can't believe
Unbelievable play.
Not just the dunk though. It's how the turnover happened and how the ball was on the one side and how that just remind me of like street hoops, playground basketball. You know what I'm saying? Niggas, you getting spicy on somebody real quick, getting spicy. Yo, he came around him. grab the ball.
And you know, and you know who was trying to steal that ball? Fucking, they call him the dancer. Payne.
Mm-hmm.
Payne tried to steal the ball, jump in front of him. That's what ignited LeBron to throw it ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody tried to steal it, he threw it, boom, ahead of him. Then he kicked it ahead to Caruso off the glass. It was crazy.
That was.
I think Mark Gasol is playing inspired basketball because he was out of the rotation. You got two people ahead of him. You got Drummond and you got Harrell. But Harrell's out of rotation, so Mark Gasol is looking to get more playing time than Drummond. Because Drummond is not really a good fit for this team, to be honest. He clogs the lane too much. So late game situation, Drummond's not even going to be on the court. I don't even know why they have Drummond on the team. That's not what they needed. They needed a player like Drummond. But they were just being greedy. And the Lakers, because the Lakers are the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So the rich get richer. But clearly, we don't need a player like Drummond. Got enough big men. This dude, Chris Paul, is amazing when he in his bag.
When he in his bag. Chris is always in his bag, bro. He's been playing great basketball for these last couple, man.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him to stick it out. And, you know, I think AD going down helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, LeBron James is going at AD right now, calling him like, listen, nigga, I don't care what you got to do. Game 5, you better be playing.
You toughing this one out.
I'm good as fuck. I don't care if you got to do the Willis Reed, come out the damn bag limping and just score the first 2 points and then sit on the bench, but you gonna be in the starting lineup.
Nah, you got to be in that, you brother. You're not playing none of those games. He's not playing.
And I like the way Crowder stepped up. I love the way Crowder stepped up today, man. Mm-hmm. Way to engage the challenge, man. That's what you need, man. Some dogs in there. Like, yeah, LeBron said you stink last game. He came out and played hard. I like that a lot. I'm proud of him. But I wouldn't expect nothing different from a Chris Paul-led team. Very feisty individual. Come on, Crowder was a plus 20 when he was on the court. Come on, that's intangibles right there.
I always want Chris Paul to go deep in the playoffs. And I felt so bad for him when at some points when he wasn't making it out the first round for a long time.
Yeah, when Steph Curry made him touch the ground.
Touch the ground. Yeah, 2 times with the 2 hands. He did the watch out now. He did the
watch out God.
But you know what I mean? It's always something with him. He's jinxed to something, bro. Every year he gets injured. He's always making a run. He's always talking about all it, and then he gets injured. Like every single time, some kind of injury around him. It always stops him. I don't know what's going on with that, bro.
Listen, Chris Paul, if he wins this series, he knocks off one of his best pals in the defending championships. So when he knocks them off, it will be a new champion. So that's a task at hand. Once the original champion is knocked out for last year, is gone, there's going to be crowned a new champion. If Chris Paul beat LA, they're going to play Portland the next round.
Mm-hmm.
Or Denver. I would want to see Portland. I want to see Portland and Phoenix. And I want to see Utah Clippers. See, the way I look at it is the Clippers got an easy way to the conference finals. And the best team to play the Clippers, the head, that match up well with them, is Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Portland match up well. So, if I was a betting man, I think the Clippers gonna get to the finals.
I think so too. The way they
And if
playing,
I
I
had to
think if
say
they
who,
keep this same intensity, and if it all comes down to Paul George, though, it all comes down. They're gonna get as far as Paul George, like any other. If Paul George turns to little P playoff, little P PJ 13%, or whatever his name is, if he do that, then they not getting far. I'm sorry. I don't care what he doing. I don't care how efficient Kawhi is, and he a robot and he Terminator. I don't care about all that, bro. They're not going anywhere if he don't step his game up. It's just gonna be like a Blake
if
Griffin.
the
It's gonna be like a
Clippers
Blake Griffin situation.
if the Clippers get to the finals, they should be able to play. They should be able to play one of our best three teams from the East. I really don't care who is going to be a good series, but if it's Brooklyn, that'll be even better. But Philly got an easy route. Philly got the easiest route, and the Clippers got the easiest route. Yeah. So it's looking like a Clippers Philly series, but you never know. Maybe Memphis will turn around. Maybe Dallas will come and snatch a home away game. Maybe Denver could play good at home tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So that it can go either way. But one thing is not gonna happen is motherfucking Washington winning a game. That's not happening. I don't give a fuck if I had to bet 10 bands on that game. I'm betting that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up. Nigga, it's 2 games on tomorrow.
Can't wait.
It's 76ers, Wizards, and Jazz, Grizzlies. It's coming on Team T.
Yes,
Both games.
Can't wait.
Both games. Embiid is gonna go ape shit on these niggas, man. Nigga might only play like 28 minutes. That's how bad it be getting.
I can't wait, bro. God honest, I can't wait.
Damn, son. See, that's why we talking.